Okay, so I have been getting a lot of questions on what I'm looking for on the haunted house. I'm expecting you to have three active functions that you're calling, and you should use sound. Now, the sound would actually be in the function because that would make it play more than once. So, what I'm looking for is that you're going to have some sort of background, and I've gotten all these from clip art. You'll notice that I have listed where I got my clip art and where I got my sound. They're all on the Creative Commons. Most of these are just where I have to attribute, so that's how I'm doing that here. And then if I click, my witch goes off the screen and then resets. So you could have them going up, you could have them rotate, whatever you want to do. So depending on where I click, and I'm clicking this on the witch, she flies across and some music plays. So let's take a quick look at the code. So we start by importing our sound library. I've set my X and my Y. Now be careful, I have seen errors where you're using the same X and Y for all objects. I really should have this as like which X and which Y, so if I have two other things on the screen, then I can have them with different X and Y. I've got my Boolean move, and again that should probably be which move, set to false. I have an image of the witch, I have an image of the house, I have an audio snippet that's called Scary, and this is my instance of the Minim sound library. So in setup, I've set my setup to black, and then I have a load image for the house, a load image for the witch, which with my sources for those. And if you are using clip art, please put your sources in the comments because you're supposed to attribute that. I've got my instance of the Minim library. I've got the Scary sound set and loaded. And again, I've attributed where I'm getting that from. And then this is where I'm setting my background. I'm sort of making it fade in from the top here and get brighter. And then I go into my draw section. So I draw the house, I draw the witch. Now if the mouse is pressed in the right area, I just sort of ballparked this one, it's not perfect, but if I get the right area, it works. It'll run. Move will be set to true, Scary will be set to rewind, and then to play. I do that here because if I were to move them, down into my function here, it doesn't keep playing and it'll restart. It's not going to do what you want it to do. So what you want to happen is when you set move to true, you'll also play the sound. Then if move equals true, the witch function will be called, and you should be using an external function for this. So in the external function, I'm resetting my background 0, and then I'm doing this little orange gradient that I have. I'm repainting my house, and I'm putting the witch back on the screen. And then it's X is plus equals speed. So if you want, it takes a minute for everything to load here. I tried to match my speed to the witch going off screen, and you'll see I have speed set up here at 6. I can make it significantly faster. And play with the speed until the sound and the speed sort of line up. I wanted the witch to cross while the sound is playing. So again, I'm calling in the void draw, I have my mouse pressed, and then I have a witch function which will keep running until the witch is all the way across the screen, and then it resets the X for the 0 and it replaces the image for the witch. So that's the sample. You need to go into 3 different things, and please don't just have them move horizontally. You can change the Y instead of the X axis, or you can have them spin, but that gives you an example of what I'm looking for the haunted house.